Challenge Rift 103. Welcome back. This looks like the monk class. We're going to check out Challenge Rift 103. First of all, I'm very sorry for not being active the last week. I have been playing my Witch Doctor this season as much as humanly possible. And believe me when I say in the coming days, Witch Doctor LON, Legacy of Nightmares videos are going to be coming at ya. I did have a very busy week. I have a lot of plans on doing videos. We're doing fetish builds, LON builds. We're doing the Jade Harvester build, Jade Harvester set dungeons. Lots of stuff coming out. Also conquest advice and videos on how to complete your conquests this season for those of you that are still, either playing the season casually or struggling with conquests now. I'm going to have you covered. But in the meantime, let's check out this week's Challenge Rift. It is a monk and it's also a Raiment of 1,000 Storms monk. So we're going to quickly look at the set bonuses here and then go and complete this bad boy. So for 2 pieces of raiments, your spirit generators have 25% increased attack speed and 400% increased damage. For 4 pieces, Dashing Strike spends 75 spirit but refunds a charge when it does. So we're going to be able to use Dashing Strike for the majority of this Challenge Rift. For 6 pieces, your Spirit Generators increase the weapon damage of Dashing Strike to 60,000% for 6 seconds, and Dashing Strike increases the damage of your Spirit Generators by 6,000% for 60 seconds. So you want to definitely use Dashing Strike to dash into packs. But before we do that, let's have a quick look at skills. I'm sorry, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So let's click back on the soul mirror here. Skills, Way of 100 Fists. This is pretty much the main damage dealer that I use. We've got Crippling Wave if you want to use Crippling Wave, but I find that Way of 100 Fists works better. So you can pretty much ignore Crippling Wave. Dashing Strike, Breath of Heaven, which we're going to use to try and generate our spirit and make sure that we have that. Well, did I call it mana? I think I might have been calling it mana. Well, spirit, mana, it's the resource that we're using. I don't know what I said, but it's definitely spirit. So we're going to be using this to generate our spirit. And the higher it is because of Shenlongs here. Another thing I forgot to mention. So Shenlongs, the damage of your spirit generators is increased by 2% per point of spirit you have. So when we're maximum spirit like this, we're doing maximum damage for each point here. 2% times 327, we're going to be at max damage. However, as you can see, it depletes. Once it gets to maximum spirit, it starts depleting away, and that's when we're going to be doing less damage. So we have to try and keep that spirit as full as possible at all times. Now, when reaching maximum spirit, all damage is increased by 200%, but you no longer passively generate spirit, and 65 spirit is drained every second until you run out of spirit. So that's unfortunate there. Now back to our skills. Like I was saying, Way of 100 Fists, main primary damage dealer that I'm using. Dashing Strike, Breath of Heaven to try and regenerate that spirit when it's down low. Serenity for survivability. You want to use this, especially on the first floor. The first floor of this Challenge Rift is where there's a lot of explosions, a lot of big damage happening from a lot of those giant golem enemies. But it's definitely going to be handy to survive and be immune to all movement impairing effects, or all control effects, I was trying to say there. Mantra of Salvation, I do use this just for a bit of increased resistance to all elements and survivability as well. So what you want to do when you enter this Challenge Rift, dash into a pack, and as you can see, we generate spirit there when we're using our Way of 100 Fists, and now bang, it starts depleting. Then you want to activate your Breath of Heaven and you regenerate it back. So that way, we're staying at maximum damage for as long as possible. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown, so you do want to try and keep attacking enemies. And then if you're taking a lot of damage from elite packs, activate your Serenity and you're immune to control effects and to damage for a few seconds. And then as you can see, you start running out of spirit very quickly. Breath of Heaven, bang, start regenerating it back. Easier said than done because this is quite a squishy monk. A lot of you are going to have a bit of trouble dying all the time and taking too much damage. So what you want to do, like I said, is avoid the goddamn explosions on level 1. Either use your Serenity if that's on cooldown, dash out of there. Dash out of the explosions, wait till everything explodes, dash on back in and continue your damage. Don't get overwhelmed by trying to keep your spirit up, because as soon as you get into new packs and attack new enemies, it's going to regenerate anyway. It might be slow, and as soon as Breath of Heaven is up, activate that and it's going to be quick, but don't freak out too much. Don't Don't focus too much on your spirit. It's always going to be fluctuating throughout the challenge rift anyway. You want to really focus on surviving, because you can take a lot of damage and a lot of you will be frustrated because you're just going to be dying a lot and you're not going to want to finish the damn challenge rift. So that's my advice. As best as I can explain it without talking way too much. Let's go do this together. I've explained it the best way that I can. Like I said, keep it simple. Just use your Wave 100 Fists for damage. Dash into packs, because make sure that, you know, that for that six piece damage multiplier, we're going to be triggering that, as you can see there, every time we're dashing. So make sure you keep on dashing. It's also good to move through the challenge rift rather quickly. Keep on dashing. Wave 100 Fists. When you're running out of spirit, or once it's gone full and starts depleting very quickly, just activate your Breath of Heaven, bang, 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 get your spirit back, and then also just Serenity whenever you're taking too much damage, and also your Mantra of Salvation for extra survivability from for resistance against elemental attacks, which does a hell of a lot of damage against us. So that's the best way I can explain it. Running out of breath. Let's go on in, do this together. It's one thing to talk about it, another thing to show y'all. Don't forget to subscribe if you like seeing this ugly face, or if you like listening to my voice, either or. All and any support that I receive is much appreciated. I love you all. Thank y'all for tuning in and visiting your creepy damn uncle. Alright, we're in. I'd like to go straight to this big pack here where the elite is, and be careful those explosions. Make sure you activate your Serenity or dash out of there. I'm about to see, I just dashed out of there. Once you see those little round aura areas happening, that means they're getting ready to explode, people. Don't hang around. See that blue circle? Get out of there. Because if you get caught in that explosion, you will die. It's going to just waste time. And for the most part, I try and dash towards elites like this. You can choose to kill all this trash if you want. I mean, I kind of let off a few 100 fist jabs here and there. But it's so squishy. It's so annoyingly squishy. But yeah, like I mentioned, make sure you avoid the explosions on this first level. And these big giant guys that leap at you. If they leap at you, they can one-shot kill you as well. So as you can see, I do try and kill some trash there. Sneaky dashing strike up the stairs. Plenty of elites along the way. You shouldn't struggle with time here. I do just try and move. Just keep moving forward. Don't forget to pop a potion if you're running out of health. It's very annoyingly squishy. Very annoyingly squishy, I find. Like, if you're used to a monk, you might be okay. But if you're new to the monk class, you're going to struggle. Elite just up here. Whew, just missed those explosions. So make sure that you use your dashing strike to your advantage for surviving. Really focus on surviving. And like I was talking about, like, yes, being at maximum resource, maximum spirit helps you a lot. But, like, it increases your damage. But don't let it take the focus away from avoiding damage taken. Because if you die, you're just going to waste too much time. You're going to keep dying, you're going to fail the challenge rift, and you're just going to cry. But luckily, you came across my video, and I will help you. I explained it as best I could, and also you now have this demonstration here. A very, very creepy demo. And as you can see, we're pulling ahead of time nicely there. Is there an elite here? No, don't see one. Yeah, we're pulling ahead of time nicely. There's an elite here. Come over here, buddy. And we just keep charging ahead. Don't forget to use Dashing Strike to get that damage multiplier for the 6-piece Raiment set. And as you can see, damage is no issue at all. We're flying through. It's just damage taken that's a big, can be a big issue. You just got to keep moving. Keep using your Dashing Strike. Avoid those explosions on level 1. It's a little bit easier on these other levels. And just watch that elemental damage. I activate a sneaky Mantra of Salvation here and there as well, just to increase survivability. or resistance to all elements. And Rift Guardian is coming closer. Ah, man. I just wish we popped the Rift Guardian here. Could have got a pretty good time. Not this damn map. I hate this map so much. This is the worst one. It looks like there's a bit of density, so we'll keep on moving. Keep on moving. And oh, see, that explosion just caught me. All right, it's all right. We died once. I'm not gonna go through this again. One death isn't too bad because you get an instant resurrection pretty much. But I was just on the edge of that circle. I thought I was out. I thought I was in the safe zone. Make sure you blow all your cooldowns for the Rift Guardian because he hits hard. Don't forget to use your healing potion. Stay out of, you know, this crap that he fire breathes at you. The damage isn't an issue, especially once you reach your maximum spirit there, your maximum resource. The only issue is taking the goddamn damage. The Rift Guardian does do a lot of damage, but as you can see there, if you have all your cooldowns up, activate them all, smash him down, complete the challenge Rift, and we actually completed it quite comfortably. We had no timer there creeping up our butts. It's just easy as that. If you're having some major trouble, hit me up in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can direct message me there, and I'll be also happy to talk to you directly there and help you out with anything you need to in Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Stay tuned to the channel. A lot of Witch Doctor videos for Season 17, LON Legacy of Nightmares, Season of Nightmares coming at ya. I promise y'all, I'll be active as I possibly can. Until then, stay creepy, and remember, I love you all.